Alright, I've actually built this rig before, like I said, and this is all the controls and how I built them before. Little difference, I built an arrow there. These were my knee controls instead of circles, but everything else is built basically the same way. As you can see, the head has controls for the joints and master controls for them, and these controls are just control to the head. I'll show you in the hypergraph. So brow to brow 1, 2, and 3, and if you hit up, they're to the facial controls, which are attached to the head. If you want to have, like I have a control layer for the face, the thing is all these controls are in a sense attached to that one group node for the face, and this guy is parent constrained to the head. They're not actually parented. So when you put that on a layer, those guys disappear, because if you hide anything within this chain that it affects, they won't. It will also disappear the children. So if you kind of separate them, you can actually affect the visibility. More advanced than probably what you guys are kind of looking for. A little bit more complex, but you guys want to learn how to weight now. So all the controls are weighted. Actually, I don't know if he's been weighted yet. Let me move the leg. Nope, no weight. And I don't think I put IK in him yet. Nope, I didn't put IK in here. So let me go and do that. I'll pause the video. Alright. So there's IK in here now. And there's weighting on there. So let me, and this is why if you delete history on everything, delete history all, it will destroy your weighting. So, which I wanted to do so you can see how to apply the weighting. So let's open up show the joints. There they all are. Gonna go to my hypergraph and let's weight this entire character. So I like to select all my joints, like I said before. Select them all, and I like to turn off the head joint here, turn that guy off, and then these are, like you can see the IK, those are my feet. I'm going to turn off the NWs in here for the no weight, and everything else I want weighted. I'm going to select the mesh, go to skin, smooth bind, option, selected joints, closest distance, dual, interactive, distance, maximum influence I'm going to have set to 1. Allow multiple bind poses, feel free. Maintain maximum influence, that has to be checked off. If you have it to 1 and with that, you can never actually smooth it out. So that needs to be unchecked. Remove unused influence, definitely have that unchecked, because then those fingertip joints sometimes often will not be included, and then you have to add them back in, which is going to be very annoying. Colorize skin, skeleton, not a big deal, you can leave that checked or unchecked. Include hidden selections on creation, sure. Hit apply. Now you can move the controls and things bend, but everything bends extremely harsh. There's no smooth bending in there. It's either, as you can see, it's on or off. I'm going to show you the paint weight tool, which allows you to kind of smooth things out by kind of like a brush stroke instead of painting by numbers. So, oh, I lost my foot controls because I pulled out an old system here. Alright. So, I'm going to work off with painting the knee. Select the mesh. We're going to go to skin, paint weight tool. Paint skin weight tool. Make sure you have the option boxes, you hold shift control and you pop it up in here. You're going to use this a lot. So we have the mesh selected, you'll activate that, and it'll turn black and white. The white means it has influence, the black means it has no influence. That joint. Right now I'm on the leg hip. And You can change it colors. I like black and white. You can, like, say, use color system, and right now it's either black or white. If there was some modifying there, you'll see like blue and stuff like that off of black and red. But I like the grayscale. So over here, let's kind of point out a few things. You can do it by alphabet. You can do it by hierarchy, or you can do it flat. And I don't know exactly how they order it with that left, right, so very interesting how they do it that way. Hierarchy works very well. But in the component editor, they'll line up nicely because you have the left leg 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and then they all show up there. Alright, so let's get into smoothing things out, and the best way to do that is select the bottom foot. There's a key on it. By hitting S, you'll drop a key. I'm going to drop a key on 60. Actually, I like to drop a key every 10, so drop a key by hitting S. Little animation things now. And I like to have my auto key on, so whenever I move it now, it'll update it. If you don't have that on, you have to move it and then hit S again. If I have this turned off and I go and move it back and lift it up, as soon as I come off the timeline, it puts it right back. But if this is on, up, back, I can scrub through the animation. So again, that's left click and drag, and you can move through. So I'm going to clean up the weighting on the knee, because you can see it can work a little bit better than that. And I love the smooth tool. I've seen riggers not use it, but right now I'm on add. I'm going to go to smooth. The opacity is at 100%. So it's going to smooth it as much as it can. I'm going to drop it down to about half. The tool size, as you can see, is quite big. There's an easy way to kind of shrink it down. You hold down B, left click drag, and there you go. Now you can change the size. Let's come over here. We're on smooth, and now you can watch the gray come out. There's a lot more. So there's not just black or white anymore. I'm going to go to my left knee. Here's another thing. It's kind of cool. Let's select my pelvis, right hip to foot. There we go. And pin it. So I only have those to look at. Works really well when you're further, like working off the arm and trying to work with the chest and stuff like that. Or the head. There's a lot going on with the head. So let's go to the knee and let's smooth it up this way, so put some gray. You can see there's not a lot of polys in this leg, so you don't want to have this one affected too much, because then the leg will start to collapse. So you saw me clicking it, you see the gray kind of popping in. And now let's scrub. You can see that it needs more influence definitely here. So let's keep smoothing. And that's the other cool part with the paint weight. You can change it and update it and watch it change in front of your eyes. So I'm noticing I want my knee to have a little bit more influence, but as I'm sitting here smoothing it, it's not really changing anything. So I'm going to shrink it down even smaller, and now I'm going to go to add. But if you add 0.4, that's almost like adding in another 50% influence. So I always lower my add immensely down, and here you go. Now you can add it in. And I'm going to go back to my hip and do a little add here. Shrink this even more. So I just affect that. And you're just like nudging things here and there to make it collapse a little bit better. You'll never get it perfect. You get it as close as you can and then move on. Try to get that best bend, and you're always going to run into some penetration. at the extreme spots. You don't want legs, you don't want the things to start to really collapse on itself. You want to still have it hold its integrity as much as it can, and then you have to just deal with that pinch. But a lot of your body does pinch, but it just doesn't pinch like that because our skin's a little bit more organic than polygons. So there's the knee. And I might actually go to my smooth, increase that. Smooth the knee out a little bit here. Alright. So here's the knee. The hip is pretty difficult, so I'm just going to go to the foot area here. Select my ankle. Not too bad. Add. Come on. Where's my tool? Huh. Let's turn it off. Okay, I'll just reactivate it. Now it's back. Paint that all white. You can see you can add multiple clicks, which will get to 100% pretty quickly when you're at half. So basically 2 clicks will make it 100%. Shrink this down. I'm going to go a little bit further down the timeline. 50. Go over to the side. So this can kind of bend a little bit better. Paint weight. Go to the knee, smooth. It's not going to be anything extreme. That's going to hold up a smidge better. Toe's not that hard, but I don't have that control for the toe anymore. So in order to get to there, I need to find my IK. And my IK is probably in here. So I'm looking for the IK symbol. And that's a orientation. IK. Oh, here's my IK. Oh, I already did my foot sliders on this guy. So your IK looks like this. So this will probably just be down there. So if we have time to this, these are SDKs in the feet. Actually, I use the connection editor now, but I still call them SDKs. Foot sliders is actually probably more accurate. So here's your IK. And that is on this foot, so we're going to go to the toe, lift it up. Sorry, there's still information on these guys that I need to destroy. Alright, so there's the toe. Still drop a key here. I gotta do it at the end. I'm just gonna, if you want to get rid of a key, right click, hit delete. And I gotta smooth that out. And wait. Toe. Let's go to the ankle. Smooth, we're on. Freeze that smooth. Not too hard. Lower it down a lot. Add in a little bit more influence there. There you go. Now the tail will go up and down. So there's the toe, knee. The hip is going to be a little harder. We'll do that in the next video.